Reading and critical thinking. Travels with my aunt. Henry Pullen is a retired bank manager and lives a very conventional life. His mother dies just after he retires. At the funeral, he meets his aunt Augusta, a woman in her 70s who he hasn't seen for 50 years. Aunt Augusta has traveled all over the world. From everything she says, it's obvious that Augusta has lived an adventurous, unconventional life. After the funeral, Henry and Augusta meet again, and despite having very different personalities, they get on well. Augusta tells Henry things about his family that he never knew. Augusta then persuades Henry to go traveling with her, at first to places in England, but gradually to more exciting destinations. Until now, Henry has lived a quiet life. Most of the people he knows are bank customers or colleagues. One day, Augusta tells Henry she's taken him to Istanbul. He's surprised by this sudden announcement. He's used to planning everything he does, but Augusta is always spontaneous and seems to make decisions without thinking. On the journey to Istanbul, Henry finds out more about his aunt's unusual lifestyle and her past. As they travel, Henry sees new cultures for the first time, and Augusta introduces him to her old friends who all have exciting and unusual stories to tell. Henry is often surprised by what he hears, but begins to enjoy himself more and more. When he returns to England, Henry enjoys his retirement, looking after the flowers in his garden, but he's a changed man. He misses his aunt and her interesting friends, and Augusta has shown him a new way of looking at the world. Choose the correct answer. Some people space playing computer games as a waste of time. The answer is regard. Charles Dickens was one of the 19th century's most famous space. The answer is storytellers. After the space of the day, the children couldn't sleep. The answer is excitement. Many people agree that Shakespeare is the most space writer in the English literature. The answer is influential. Children who space other children at school should be sent home. The answer is bully. You'd love Australia. It's an space place. The answer is amazing. Our survey indicates that 1 in 4 children is spaced at school. The answer is bullied. Jurassic Park is one of the most space films I have ever seen. The answer is exciting. Don't let anyone space you into doing something you don't want to do. The answer is bully. I get space if I have nothing to do. The answer is bored. Find the mistakes in each of the following sentences, then write them correctly. Meeting that famous man had a strong difference on her life and personality. The mistake is difference and the correction is influence. Why are you so pessimistic? You should take at life in a different way. The mistake is take and it should be Look, he has very unusual stories to speak. The mistake is speak and it should be tell. He's a retired bank manager and lives a confessional life. The mistake is confessional and it should be conventional. Travel can close people's eyes to different ways of life. The mistake is close and the correction is open. Thanks for listening. With Nafham, learn easily and simply.